Hi, I'm Phil Hall for What Digital Camera, and I'm here with Theo, Senior Business Manager for Fujifilm, to talk us through the new X Pro1.
This is the new X Pro1. Very exciting news for Fujifilm. First of all, it's an interchangeable compact system camera with a twist, and the big twist is the sensor itself. As you know, Fujifilm over many years has been developing and designing sensors with the days of Super CCD and then the EXR. And the new sensor in here is called the X-Trans CMOS sensor.
Okay.
It acts very much like film. It's got a very irregular pattern. You have red, green, blue filters, both vertical and horizontally, which is different to the regular pattern you get from a standard Bayer sensor. So the reason why this irregular pattern is so important is because digital cameras struggle with moire and false color. Optical low pass filter removes that problem, but the compromise there is that you reduce resolution. With the X-Trans CMOS sensor and the irregular pattern of the sensor, the way it works, you do not need an optical low pass filter. You will not have moire or false color, hence you will resolve higher or as good as a full frame sensor. The other combination is these new lenses. So these are Fujifilm lenses, which we have 3 lenses which we're going to launch. So we have a 35mm f1.4, which is 53mm in equivalent 35mm terms. We have a telemacro, which is a 60mm telemacro, which is equivalent to 91mm, and this is a f2.4. And then we have a wide-angle lens, an 18mm, which is equivalent to 27mm, which is f1.8.
Okay, and they've all got aperture rings on, I see, as well.
Yes. So again, with the whole essence of the X series that we started off with the X100, we want to maintain the style and the design we have of this retro feel. And another thing that we've taken from the X100 is the new hybrid multi-viewfinder. And the reason it's called a multi-viewfinder is because it has to cope with the 3 new lenses that are available for the camera. The change that we've made from the X100 viewfinder to this viewfinder is that we've added a magnifier. So a 0.6 magnification slides in front of the optical viewfinder when you put the standard lens on and the telemacro on. So that way, when you're composing your picture, it's much easier to compose it rather than having a small box in the middle of your frame. And when using the wide angle, it's a standard optical viewfinder as it is.
Excellent stuff. And control-wise, it's all fairly straightforward. It's similar to the X100 in that respect, is it?
Yes, very similar. We've made a few tweaks. There's a shutter dial, like we did on the X100, but the modification we've made is adding a lock button, so there's no chance of accidentally moving it around. Okay. The other thing we've made is we've changed the contour of the back of the body here, so the exposure compensation dial is recessed into the body, so again, there's no chance of you knocking it by mistake. Another great little feature on the back of the camera is we've added a Q button, and which brings you to a quick menu feature. So when you press this, you come up with a menu feature here, which you can access the likes of your ISO, your dynamic range, your file size, RAW. You can access the film simulation mode, which is a great quick menu feature.
That sounds really interesting, Theo. So when can we expect the X Pro1, and sort of what kind of prices are we looking at as well?
So we're hoping to have this at retail in March 2012. Pricing in and around £1,000 for the body only, and the lenses will be available for about just under £500 per lens.
Okay, fantastic stuff. Thanks very much, Theo. So that's the Fujifilm X Pro1. We hope to have a review sample prior to launch, so check back to What Digital Camera for a full review.